everybody. I'm Laurie.
I'm Gary.
And we are
Laurie and Gary Cruise.
Welcome back to our channel.
Yeah.
Well, today we have a not so happy video for you.
Yeah.
This video contains some of the rudest moments we have ever experienced while on a cruise vacation. Usually we have a phenomenal time on a cruise, but wherever a ton of people are gathered together, you're always going to have to deal with rude people.
Yeah.
Right, baby?
Yeah. When you spend the kind of money that cruises cost, you want a perfect cruise, but there's always that something that happens, and that's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah. So I'm going to start with a rude experience that happened on our honeymoon vacation, of all things.
In Bermuda.
In Bermuda.
Yeah.
So we went on a Norwegian breakaway cruise to Bermuda.
Yeah.
And we got a couple of different excursions. And one of the most expensive excursions we got was a horseback ride on the beach. And
Sounds lovely, doesn't it?
What do you call it? The stableman? The horse wrangler? What is it called?
Stableman.
The stableman.
I know I'm probably wrong there.
Gave us brother and sister horses, peas and carrots. I had peas.
I had carrots. Let me tell you, before she goes, I had the best. I'm sorry. I had the best horse in the world.
Stop bragging.
It was so, you just pull a little bit this way, you go right, you pull a little bit that way, you go right. He pull a little bit this way, he would stop, he would go a little bit, anyway.
Okay, so here's the backstory. He gave us peas and carrots because he even forewarned us, he said peas has a tendency to get a little bit unruly.
He likes to eat.
He likes to eat.
Peas likes to eat, yeah.
Peas likes peas. Peas likes his food, which I can relate to. So I love eating food. So I was like, peas.
Who doesn't? Yeah.
Peas is for me. But
peas has a tendency to stop and just start munching while we're on the trail.
But that's why we were given peas and carrots, because the stableman said peas will follow carrots. Peas and carrots got a good relationship going. They're siblings. So hopefully if we give you peas and carrots carrots is in front, peas will be like, oh, okay, I got to keep going because my buddy Carrots is in front of me.
But peas was ahead of carrots.
So anyway.
When this incident happened.
So I was on peas. And just as the stableman said was going to happen, peas started getting hangry. Yeah. Can you even blame him?
He got a little hangry.
He got a little hangry.
Yeah.
So peas would start to munch on some grass here.
And there's 3 or 4 horses behind us, okay?
Peas is stopping. I'll give Peas a little kick. You know, Peas is my buddy. I'm not going to kick him too hard, right?
Yeah.
We're buddies.
This is a good horse.
So one by one, everyone's horse is going in front of me. I don't mind trailing behind.
I had to go in front of her.
I don't mind trailing behind. If my horse is hungry, my horse is hungry. That's all that's going to happen.
And Carrot just went in front of me.
So everyone goes in front of me, except for this one lady.
Yeah.
And this one lady decided that I'm inept.
Yeah. She didn't know how to ride a horse.
Yeah. She decided that I was letting Peas come and eat all the food. Meanwhile,
all the grass that was along the trail.
The stableman had specifically said that Peas has a tendency to do that. Just give him a little kick, he'll go on. I was kicking Peas gently.
Yeah.
Peas was Peas was hungry, you guys. Anyway,
and even she was pulling up on the reins, and Peas was going, no, gotta eat.
Anyway, it started like this. The one was like, you gotta kick the horse, honey.
Yeah.
You gotta kick the horse,
The lady behind her, you gotta kick it, honey. You gotta kick it.
And so I was like, I am. But I'm showing you that. So these are my legs. I'm kicking. Okay?
And then she goes, no, you gotta kick it. You gotta kick it.
Fast forward.
Such an irritating voice.
She said it the whole time.
Yeah.
The whole hour and a half trail walk. You gotta kick it, honey. You gotta kick it. You gotta kick it, honey. The whole time. And finally, I go,
I'm kicking it.
I'm
kicking the horse, but I don't want to hurt him. Shut up.
The one good thing is that it's led to many an inside joke with Gary and I.
Yeah. Ever since then, for the last 6 or 7 years, we're going, you gotta kick it.
You gotta kick it.
You gotta kick it, huh?
Yeah. Like if I'm having a hard time opening a jar, Gary will be like, honey,
You gotta kick
you
it.
gotta kick it. So it's led to some good jokes, but
Yeah.
in the moment I was like, could this woman be any ruder?
Just pass me up. Just
Yep.
pass me up.
So that's incident number one.
She could have easily passed her up. Another worst incident that has happened to me personally, my luggage didn't show up. It was getting around dinner time. It was starting to get a little dark and all this stuff. Still, my suitcases and everybody else's suitcases there. Mine's not there. So I asked my steward, I said, I don't know where my suitcase is. Do you have any idea? He says, yeah, it's below deck. You got to go get it.
Yeah, just like that.
I got to go get it? What are you talking about?
It was just very shocking because you guys know room stewards are always phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
And just to have someone say, yeah, go below deck and get your own bag.
So I had to go below the waterline on the very bottom deck, and there it was. Plainly labeled, my room number, my name, everything. And
In like the storage area of the ship.
Yeah.
We had to like go down into the storage area of the ship.
into
and
the bowels of the ship.
in the bowels. And sort through a bunch of luggage when we should have been getting ready for dinner.
Yeah.
But, honestly, that's okay. I think it was just the delivery. We were like, wait, what? Go get it yourself. It was literally delivered as, go get it yourself.
Go get it yourself.
In the end, I think it was a language barrier, which was why it was said to us that way.
Yeah.
But in the moment, it was like, whoa.
Yeah. He did end up being a nice steward.
Yeah, he did end up being a good steward, and we are not spilling the beans about which cruise line or which ship. So
Yeah, it's a good
no
thing
one will ever know. I don't want this guy to get in trouble, but it was just in the moment we were like, "Wow, that's so rude."
Yeah, go get it yourself. Anyway.
Okay, incident number 3. I recently said this on another video, but I'm going to repeat it again because it's up there with one of the top 6, 7 worst, rudest incidences we've ever had.
What?
On Princess Cruise Lines, you get these amazing ice cream specialty desserts.
Oh.
But they take a long time to make.
Because they're made special.
They're handcrafted.
Yeah.
They're handcrafted.
Yes.
So we ordered it, and on this particular day, the line was really long.
So there's usually a 20, 25-minute wait.
On this day, there was like a 40-minute wait.
It was a long
And
time,
I hear Lauren, because that's my real name. Don't call me it though. But that's what it says on my medallion, Lauren. So I hear the name Lauren. So I go and I see what looks like the 2 desserts we order. And then someone swipes it out from underneath my nose. And I go, I think those are mine. And she goes, no, she called my name. It's Lorraine. And I was like, whoa. Let's clear this up. Like, let's make sure.
We were here 15 minutes before you.
Point is, she's just like, no, it's my name. And she walked away. And the moral of the story is they were mine.
They were.
They were mine.
And so we went and ordered it again. She said, well,
and then we had to
yours?
wait another half hour.
And the girl behind the counter said, well, I called your name. You didn't get it? No, somebody else said, oh, okay. Well, we'll make it again. So.
But it still took a half hour because they were so backed up. So
Another half hour.
Another half hour. So we honestly, though, it was worth it. They were so good.
They were
so
foot and a half. I mean, it's just, oh my gosh.
But that was rude.
There must have been
Lorraine,
2,000 calories in
Lorraine, are you out there? Are you watching this, Lorraine?
Yeah.
Because I got your number.
Yeah. You know who you are. Okay. The next most rudest thing that's ever happened to us on a cruise ship happened to us in the spa.
On Celebrity Infinity, the cruise we just went on.
And in the steam room, there's room enough comfortably for 2. This side and this side.
So, just in case you've ever been on Celebrity Infinity, there's 2 steam rooms. There is, and this is in the spa area, which costs extra money on top of everything.
Right.
So this is not included. It's not like, oh, well, I guess, whatever. This is something that you pay a chunk of money for
Yeah.
extra.
Yeah.
And there's 2 steam rooms. There's a large, normal-sized steam room that I would say like 8 to 10 people can fit in comfortably. And there's a small one that 2 people can fit in without touching each other. 4 people can fit in, but it's squishy, leg on leg, human body on human
Sweaty skin
body.
on sweaty skin. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
So 2 people should be in there.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So this guy
Continue.
opens the door and looks at us.
Oh wait,
and-
before you go on, I just want to say at this moment, the only people in the whole spa were Gary and I and this guy.
And this dude.
So this
Yeah.
guy still has the option of the larger steam room. The reason we were in the small one is because it had the eucalyptus, and we wanted.
Oh right.
We wanted to get
I
a
forgot
little.
about that.
Let's get some eucalyptus in. You know, it's
Yeah.
fine. So there was still the whole big steam room and the whole big sauna and all the hot seat area was available to this person. But he decided now was the time.
Now is the time I'm gonna come in here, and we're looking at him like, well, where are you gonna sit? And he just kept looking at us, and we went,
Well, I said, we're just going to be a few more minutes in here, and then we're going to leave. There's no space for you. And he said, you move over, you move over. And I said, no, there's no room for you. And he kept walking in, and he's going to sit down next to me.
and we
Now,
go, whoa, we'll leave. That's all right.
yeah, like, there's no way. If he was sitting next to me, it would have been this.
It would
He
be,
wasn't
like-
wearing a shirt. I was in a bikini. It's just, different people have different comfort levels.
Yeah.
And I just feel, especially in this day and age, especially if you're a man and there is a woman there, maybe you don't know what
New
you've
Yorkers
been
like their
through.
personal space.
I like my personal space.
Yes.
Also, like, with the recent pandemic, like, maybe I don't want to be like this with a stranger in a steam room.
Yeah.
So,
And he wasn't going to leave. He just kept looking
he
at
was
us.
not gonna leave.
So we're like, okay,
we had to leave.
We're going to get out of here.
And, I still get so angry. It's
And
like,
he was in there for like 3 minutes, and then he left. It's like,
couldn't you have
come on, dude.
just given us 3 more minutes?
Yeah.
Which we said we'll be out in a few minutes.
We said a few minutes. We'll be out in a few minutes.
It was really one of the rudest things that's ever happened. Every time I think about it, I get so mad.
I know.
So while we're on Celebrity Infinity, we just talked about this in our last video as being the worst of the cruise.
Right.
But it's the worst of the worst. It's not Celebrity's fault. It's just a rude incident that our neighbor...
The guy was next to us, right? He was the solo cruiser. And he decided to bring his own sound system and his own 20 or 25-inch computer with him.
We know that because he would bring it on the balcony as well, so
Yeah.
we physically saw it with our eyeballs.
Yeah. And but this 3 or 4 foot sound bar, it has a deep rumbling bass to it. Now, that's bad enough to bring your own sound system, but he would start playing it at full volume at 1:30 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, and then also at 7 or 8 a.m. he would start watching action movies.
At full volume.
And we said this because we know he was watching action movies because one of the movies was Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
And you could hear the song, and it would rumble.
You can hear the
wall.
dialogue, for Pete's sake.
Yeah, and it would rumble the wall. And here's what made the incident super rude is every time we called downstairs.
Which was several times.
Several times.
And I went down there personally
Yeah,
once.
a couple of times he physically went there, and they asked him to turn it off, and he would turn it off when they asked him, but then just later he would turn it right back on.
Yeah,
So
he would just rank it back up.
that's pretty damn rude.
Yeah. And one time he put the sound bar on the on his balcony
And
and
blasted
turned it up full volume so the entire starboard side could hear his music.
Yeah.
And not to mention that, but people in the port, it was that loud. He was so inconsiderate and rude.
Yeah.
I've never met somebody that inconsiderate of others.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And we lost a lot of sleep over it.
Yeah,
So
we really did.
in my book, that was one of the rudest incidences
If not the.
we've ever had.
Yeah.
And last but not least, I have to do this one because
Which one?
you weren't there.
Which
So
one?
on Norwegian Joy, we are both Latitudes members. I don't forget what level. I forget what level Latitudes members we are, but we've been on a bunch of Norwegian cruises. So usually we go get like sparkling wine, we get the water, we get a pin, like whatever. We get stuff.
Yeah.
On this cruise, we go to our room, we see the two waters, we drink them, but then we never get anything else. And then at the end of the cruise,
It's included with Latitudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the cruise, we get a bill for the waters. So I went down to guest services and I waited on the long line because it's the end of the cruise. And they said, there's nothing we can do about the waters. Like, they were part of your mini bar. You shouldn't have had them. And I was like, oh, but I thought that they were the waters that we get for free from being Latitudes members.
Yeah.
And they said...
And they weren't in the minibar.
No.
They were on a table in the cabin.
Oh, yeah. So they were like, no, they were, not included. So I was like, oh, okay. So then they're like, ask Latitudes. They might be able to discount it for you. So I went to the Latitudes desk, waited online for another half hour. And then they were like, no. But they didn't just say no. They go...
Oh, attitude.
They
Attitude.
go, why would you just assume that water is yours? And I said, don't I get free water? And he goes, yeah, but that wasn't your free water. And I said, well, I never got the water. Was I supposed to get water? Yes. Why didn't you ask? I was like, I'm pretty sure this is my 6th Norwegian cruise and everything's always just been in there. And he's like, well, when you didn't see it, you should have asked. And I was like, okay, well, can I get it now? And he's like, what do you need? I said, I need what I was supposed to get. And he was like, I don't know. Here's your waters, I guess. I was like, was that it? And he's like, I don't know. What else? And I was like, was I supposed to get a pin? He's like, here's your pin. He was just really rude. You guys get the picture. He was rude. And, thinking back on it, I'm like, we're probably supposed to get a bunch of, invites to, go to the captain something or other, or, some sort of behind-the-scenes party. We had booked that cruise last second, so they just overlooked us. And honestly, I don't care. Stuff happens. It's just the way you speak to me that I care about. And don't speak to me like I'm a jerk, because I accidentally took 2 free waters that weren't mine instead of the exact same 2 waters that should have been mine. And you know what's funny is they never deleted the expense from our bill, but they did give me 2 extra free waters. So I just thought... But this was the last day, so it's like, really? Couldn't even just, take that off our bill as a simple mistake when it's your mistake? Whatever. It was rude. The main part of the rudeness was the way he spoke to me.
Let us know. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, let us know what you think in the comments. Are we being too
we've been
whiny?
too rough on this.
Yeah, are
too
we
whiny?
Yeah. Also, have you seen anything in our past videos that we talked about where you're like, wait... They're not bringing this up. Did we forget anything? Because this is all we got for today. But I'm sure if we reminisce, we could come up with a few more. Right, baby?
Yeah. Have you ever noticed how she likes to talk with her hands?
Well, it's because I have my beautiful engagement ring, baby.
Ooh.
My beautiful engagement ring.
Look at that.
Anyway, we also have to remind you to hit the
like and subscribe button
with the
notification bell. Give us that thumbs up. It'll help us out.
You guys, we are so close to 1,000 subscribers. We are so close.
Yeah.
So
we're newbies at this. We've almost got 1,000, so
hook a couple up. Give us that subscribe. Until the next time, I'm Laurie.
And I'm Gary.
And we want you to
live your best cruise life.
Bye-bye.